Hi, how's it going? Okay, so my name is Ryan. Today, I want to talk about community and connection in this modern world and why it is that we have lost touch with our sense of community and our sense of connection with other people. So, I think in this modern world that we live in, it comes down to two things, in my opinion, from my thought processes. The first one is our values, and the second one is the way our society is built and is structured and functions. When I say our values, I think what I mean by that is that we really have lost touch with what truly matters. We live in this world that is fueled by corporatism and social media. So we are constantly pushed to make more money, to get more promotions, to get more power, and to just keep moving forward and never being satisfied with what we have. And then we have that mirror of social media that reflects back to us other people's highlight reels. So you see everyone living their best life, doing these cool things, and you're like, wow, I need to be like that. So you're pushed into this like cycle of constantly seeing other people do better, and you think that what you have is not enough and you have to keep going, and you're never truly satisfied. I think that's the struggle of being human and having our reptilian brain, is that we always want more. And in this modern world, it's designed and structured to take advantage of our brain, our reptilian brain, and make us never satisfied. And I think we need to kind of take a step back and be satisfied with ourselves and what we have and what's truly, truly important. And the thing that drives me crazy about this generation is we always think the grass is greener on the other side. We never take a moment to appreciate the connections and the people that we have. We're always looking for the better opportunity, what could be more fun, and never taking a second to truly be like, wow, these people that I have in my life, this job that I have in my life is really amazing, and I need to just take a moment to be like, wow, I appreciate that. Let's stop chasing for more stuff that doesn't want us. Let's appreciate what loves us for who we are. And in this crazy hamster wheel cycle, I feel like maybe me personally, and I feel like a lot of people might think this as well, we've come to this like state of mind where we're just so numb to loving ourselves, and we just are just so focused on what's next. As soon as we get something, it's what's next. We don't self-center, and I think we need to do that more. And then the other pillar to that is how our society is built and structured. So I like to kind of contrast it to Europe, where everything in America is very spread out. You have to drive everywhere to get anywhere, and there's no like third places anymore. The idea of third places is like something outside of work and home, that you can go and connect with others. I feel like back in the day that kind of used to be like churches and stuff like that, and that's not like a huge thing anymore. So people are really missing this, giant community where they can go out and like connect with other people, be part of something that's bigger than themselves. And then you think of like Europe, where kind of everything is just nestled into like one spot, and you walk around and you see people and you're living your life. You're out having a little like siesta and having a snack with some friends and some really long meals, and you know what I'm saying. But yeah, so we're just like this society is just built to be like a money producing machine. And then every interaction that we have is built around efficiency and speed. So you can get something from Amazon at your doorstep in the next day, which is amazing. And same with Starbucks, like you can order your coffee ahead and have it be sitting there, but you miss out on like the opportunity to go out into the world and interact and kind of have that like human to human moment. So it's good when it's convenient, but it does, take away that interaction. So I think bottom line, the US is just not set up for success when it comes to human connection. You really have to go out of your way to build that and do that. And I think today, like, we're no longer part of communities. We're part of like these smaller bubbles. Like for me, I have my immediate family and I have my friends, and it's like, this bubble of people, but it's not like this giant network of like 300 people, 200 people in a community. It's like a lot smaller nowadays. And I think, you have those people that you are super close to, but you don't have that like casual interaction of, Sharon that you see from church every Sunday anymore. You just, you're just missing some of those like base level like connections that like maybe aren't super strong, but like, you know, are nice to have. Like I feel like we all just have like these really, you know, top tier, you know, 10, 20 really close connections, and that's really it. But I think we're missing kind of like that broader layer that kind of creates a community, and I think that's very much needed, and I think a lot of us are lacking that. And honestly, for me, the last time I really felt part of a community was when I was in college, because the campus was literally in the middle of the woods. I went to Bryant University in Smithfield, Rhode Island. In the middle of the woods, just this basically bubble of land, and everything that you needed was in that, you know, bubble of land. So you'd walk everywhere, you would see people all the time. You would see regular, you know, employees at like the Dunkin' Donuts and the dining hall and stuff like that. So you were just going around living your life, doing your thing, but then throughout it, you would see how these people have social interactions, and you'd run into people randomly and not have it planned. Like it was just all like so natural, and it flowed, and it was just like this beautiful organism. I almost said orgasm. Beautiful organism, and the community. So now I was looking into like loneliness as well, and the statistics on loneliness are quite staggering. I have a few different ones. 30% of Americans from 18 to 34 said they were lonely every single day or several times a week. Statistics show that 1 in 3 people, or 33% of people in the US, experience loneliness on a regular basis. There's an epidemic of loneliness in the US, and lacking connection increases the risk of premature death to levels comparable to smoking 15 cigarettes a day. I think that is so powerful and shows us how much we need these deep connections. And yeah, they say the physical consequences of it include an increased risk in heart disease, stroke, and dementia. So it's very powerful, and it becomes like a physical, your body embodies it physically. So then I'm kind of left with the thoughts, like what can we do to decrease this loneliness and increase that sense of community? And I think it has to come from within. You have to literally, in America, you have to like do it yourself. You have to go out of your way to be proactive and build something and make something special and join something. So that, whether that be like a sports league, a church, a hobby group, something like that, you really have to go out of your way to kind of build this community. So I think it can be solved on an individual level a little bit. But as a collective society, I unfortunately don't think like there's going to be like any like big huge way to really kind of, you know, make this, you know, change in a positive way quickly. I think maybe over time people are just going to get like sick of all this loneliness and lack of connection, and everyone's going to be like kind of moving towards that direction, and maybe it'll grow gradually. But like I think it's going to take a lot of time. I think people have a lot of work to do on themselves, so we as a society can move forward in a better direction. Or unfortunately, like on the negative side of it, you think of America post 9/11 and how, you know, I was only like 5 or 6 when that happened. I think I was 5, and I don't remember it, but I just know people had talked about how like after that tragedy happened, everyone was incredibly close. Everyone was like proud to be a US citizen, an American, and the level of bonding and connectedness and strength and unity was just at an absolute all-time high. So I think something, you know, tragic could unfortunately push us towards that, but the sad thing is that like that did happen with 9/11, and you know it lasted for a little bit, but you know it naturally faded down. So it'll just be interesting to see what the future holds, and you know what way this trend will move. I hope it gets better in like a gradual way, but I don't think it's going to happen overnight, obviously. So that's what I think we can do in general as people. But for me personally, I'm like trying to like really solve this, because I do feel that lack of community and connection. Like I have like those close people in my life, but I don't feel like I'm part of something bigger than myself, and I feel like I'm really missing that, and I need that in my life. I guess the thing that I'm doing is like this YouTube channel. Like I'm trying to build a community of people that are like-minded and just naturally attracted to my energy, and I hope you're naturally attracted to mine. And I think from that, you know, you can build, or I'm hoping to build like a really awesome community of people that, you know, love and respect me for me, and I can give them something in return. But then ultimately, like I'm thinking like I'm gonna miss like the in-person, the physical closeness of being part of a community. So maybe with this YouTube channel, what I do is kind of move towards like meet and greets and events and stuff like that as it grows. So that's kind of my goal. I'm trying to fill this void of a community and go out and make it, because I don't really, want to join anything. Like, I'm doing what I need to do. So, all right. Well, that was my thoughts for the day. I hope you beautiful people have a wonderful rest of your day. And if you like this, give it a like, a comment, subscribe. Yeah, let me know your thoughts on community and connection. And yeah, it's been a joy talking to you. All right, bye.